Now, I am not a person that believes in ghosts. Far from it. Actually, I have the theory that I could go into a haunted house and nothing would happen. I could spend all night there, chilling, playing some Fortnite, drinking some pink lemonade, although I have never had pink lemonade before. But just what I was watching a video on TikTok about some pink lemonade and I was like, that is such a good idea. The only question that I have about pink lemonade is it still lemonade? Like or does it add a new flavor like lemon, and also it has a strawberry flavor? I don't know if it's just the color, if it has more flavor, different flavor. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there must be a lot of variations, but that's beyond the point. I'm not here to speak about pink lemonade, not at all. And I hate to break it to you, but every time a person is like, I believe in ghosts, sometimes a ghost appeared to me, I'm like, well, no, it kind of didn't happen. Yes, I am unfortunately that guy that goes, actually, that didn't happen. There must be an explanation, a perfectly logical explanation to that phenomenon. Yes, I go full psycho mode. I get on my high horse and start watching how everyone else just suddenly has like a tinfoil hat. And despite all of that, I do have a ghost story. And it's pretty convincing to me. It's something that happened in my childhood, which I believe to be absolutely true. Although sometimes I wonder, like, did I just dream it? But I am pretty sure it was in real life. So here in Mexico, there are like 37 states. I actually don't know the exact number. There might be 40 states. I genuinely don't know. But there's like 30 something states, right? And I was living in a really poor one at the time. It was called Chiapas. I was living in a nice place in that state. I no longer live there. I was there when I was like, I don't know, 8 years old, something like that. And I remember that I was just watching some Disney Channel with my mom and my sister. And then my mom went to the bathroom in the same room. And then I just kept watching this amazing movie with my sister. I actually don't remember what the movie was. I think it doesn't really matter. But then I just decided that I was kind of thirsty. So I went and got out of the room. Then I started walking down the hallway. And believe it or not, when I was about to go to the kitchen, I just saw this incredible creature. It was very tall. It was like a female with a dress, white dress. It was floating. And I just paralyzed. I was not scared or anything. I was just paralyzed. I was like, I couldn't move actually. I was like, and then I just saw this figure going to the kitchen, and I just stayed there for like 10 seconds. I was like, and at this point, I was not scared at all. I did not felt threatened or anything. I did not feel like it was dangerous or anything. I was just like, what is this thing? And I was like deciding in my head, should I go to the kitchen or should I just come back with my mother and my sister, right? And so I was like, yeah, this is kind of weird. I was like 10 seconds. Then I just said, no, no, no. I'm definitely going back with my sister. So that's what I did. Like a coward, I just came back to the place where I was with my sister and my mom. My mom was still in the bathroom in the same room. And my sister was there just watching the TV. Until this day, that is something that has absolutely no explanation, because the thing is, I just saw it clear as water. It was crystal clear that it was a woman in a dress, large dress. You couldn't see her legs. So, but it was floating and it was going towards the kitchen. Till this day, I have no clue if that was a hallucination. Maybe I did too many drugs on that night. I have no clue. I don't know what to tell you, man. Now, every time that I see a video on the internet, I am like, man, anybody can actually invent a story like this and say it. Somebody's saying, oh, I saw a ghost when I was in a room or whatever. Well, you could have just invented that. I would very much appreciate if you, person that I'm watching on the video, just said, no, I guarantee it. Like, I wish I could go meet the person and get a vibe in real life. Like, okay, this person is not a liar, Because I wish all of you could actually come here, see how my life is, how much I don't believe in ghosts, and still I will be telling you this story like it actually happened, because I am convinced that it happened. I just genuinely hope that some of you could be in my mind. That's it. That's the perfect way to put it. You can be in my mind and know that I'm fully convinced. Now, It might have been something that is not paranormal. It might have been an hallucination, like I said. But that I'm not lying, that I genuinely feel like that happened, I guarantee to you, I am not lying. That's for sure. If it was other thing, I don't know. But I am not telling a lie. That guaranteed. Now I do wish that I had made more of a big deal about it back in the day, because I remember that I didn't tell necessarily my sister and my mother at that time. It was so weird because I was not scared of the ghost, and I also didn't wanted to tell my sister and my mother the exact moment that it happened. I just asked my sister, "Were you here?" And she was like, "Yeah," and I didn't say anything else. So I wait a few days, so I actually told them, "Well, I saw this." I wish I would have just said it instantaneously, like, "Hey, I just saw something entering the kitchen and it was like a women ghost." Maybe we would have gone and investigated. Or maybe I shouldn't have been a coward and I should have gone to where the ghost, the so-called ghost, was, and just being like, "Hey, you want to make an interview with me? We can upload a really good video about it, about how you like to scare people, especially little kids in poor states of Mexico. How about that? That could be pretty fun." Yeah, I don't know, man. Nothing in my life after that has been paranormal. I hadn't had any encounters that I can think of the top of my head or anything. Even when I am in my house alone and I just hear like a weird noise that I had never heard before, I can kind of rationalize it. Sometimes I even discover what it is. There was one time that I don't know why was I scared or anything. It was not paranormal, but I was scared, like, what if there is a lion on top of my house? There are no lions where I live. Not even close. There will never be a lion. I don't think lions exist in this place that I am in. There are some things like jaguar, I think it's in English. I was like, okay, I feel like there are some steps in my roof, and I was so scared, like, what is it, if it is a jaguar? It cannot do anything to me. It will not know how to open the door and be like, "Hey, where are you?" Of course that's not gonna happen. I'm perfectly safe. And what it turned out to be is that I was sleeping in a room that I don't usually use, but I had one of these like fans that are on the ceiling, like one of these. And for some reason, the ceiling fan made kind of like a really low frequency noise that felt like there was the steps of a big animal in the rooftop, but it was none other than the ceiling fan. I hate you, ceiling fan. But yeah, even at the time I was like, yeah, probably it's not a jaguar. If there's an animal in the roof, there might be like a bird or a giant bat or something like that. I don't know. But I am very skeptical about sounds, and I never believe that it's something like a ghost or anything paranormal. But the only time that happened is when I was a child and I was in Chiapas, and I just saw a ghost. I don't know what to tell you. You don't believe me? That's fine, but I did saw it. I would really love to see if any of you guys have like a creepy story, a paranormal story, or whatever, something like that. Well, okay. The thing is, I want to see a comment of you with your paranormal or your ghost story, but put, "I swear to God." I want to know that you're not lying. I just want to make sure that you're for real. I don't want anybody lying, anybody just searching a story on the internet and commenting it. Let's just all of us be professional and let's just say the truth, alright? Because I want to get to the bottom of this. Imagine if this was the only comment section on the entire internet that we all are being honest. You can be like, okay, this might have been a dream, or I may have hallucinated it, but I believe that this happened. That's all I want, honesty. Maybe it is not true that it actually happened. Maybe it does have an explanation, but I want honest people to be like, okay, this is what happened. Because I feel like life without ghosts would be very boring. Like, I actually do want to believe in ghosts. It's kind of difficult to do because all the videos you see online of ghosts and all of that, they're kind of like the worst quality ever. They do it with like 2002 cameras. Right now, everybody has a good phone that records in HD. And I don't know what you think. If you have the story, please share it with me. I would really enjoy it. And yeah, just wanted to share my paranormal activity story. That's about it. See ya.